Hello, nerds! Thank you for watching Generally Nerdy. This is your Weekend Nerddom Gaming Edition for the week of March 12th, 2018. This week in gaming, Nintendo gave us the Nintendo Direct, so that's pretty much what we're going to be talking about for the whole episode. Let's hit up that intro.
Quiet on the set, rolling.
Hi, I am Bitsy Telek.
Hey, I'm Hale Appleman.
I'm Walter Kane.
I'm Rene Aubergenois. Odo on Deep Space Nine.
Michael Dorn, Lieutenant Commander Worf, Star Trek The Next Generation.
Come and see me and hear me and talk to me and listen to me talk about myself.
Hey man, this is Kevin Smith, often considered generally nerdy, and you are listening to what is often considered generally nerdy.
On Generally Nerdy.
You're listening to
Generally Nerdy.
Generally nerdy.
Generally nerdy.
Before we jump into the news, guys, we have to hit up the sponsor. This week, every episode is being sponsored by the General Lee Nerdy shirt over on punishshirt.com. Looks a little something like this. You can go buy one if you so desire. It is $20 approximately, just short. Or you can enter to win one. How do you enter to win one? Well, there are 4 different ways to enter. First, subscribe to the YouTube channel and then leave a comment on one of the videos that it has something to do with the contest. In order to enter, just let me know, hey, free t-shirt, say something about the shirt in your comment, or you can message me directly on YouTube if you don't want to make a public comment. That is totally fine. You can also follow me on Facebook. Facebook.com/generallynerdy is where you can do that. Once you have followed me on Facebook, then again, comment on one of the posts that has something to do with the contest or send me a direct message. It's totally fine if you want to keep your stuff private. That is the second way to enter the contest. The third way is Instagram, instagram.com/generallynerdy or @generallynerdy if you are already on the platform or if you're one of those crazy smart kids with the smartphones. Follow me on Instagram, send me a direct message letting me know that you have done so, or comment on a post that has to do with the contest, post where I mention the contest in the post description. And then the final way to enter the contest is to follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/generally_nerdy or @generally_nerdy is where you can do that. Once you have done that, then again, reply to one of the posts about the contest or send me a direct message. And with any one of these ways to enter, instead of sending me a message through that platform, you can always send me an email, Dustin@generallynerdy. In order to enter that way, though, you must include a screenshot of the platform on which you have subscribed or followed. If you have multiple platforms that you subscribed and followed and you're entering through email, then you have to include multiple screenshots. In order to win, you must be a U.S. resident. All of the contest rules are in the description, but good luck. Again, we are giving away 2 of these shirts, and the contest will be done April 2nd at noon. So you have until April 2nd to get all 4 of your contest entries in. We already have multiple people entered, so your chances are growing slim as the days go by. Thank you guys, and now let's jump into the news. Okay, if you missed the Nintendo Direct broadcast, then you can go watch it after you're done watching this, of course. But the link will be in the description. Go watch it for yourself. There's a bunch of stuff that we're not going to talk about that is in the broadcast, so if you like some of those things, then let's talk about them in the description as well. Otherwise, we're just going to talk about this list of things I have sitting in front of me. First on that list is WarioWare Gold. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's been so long since we've gotten a WarioWare game. This is coming out on the 3DS. It is coming on August 3rd. Oh, WarioWare is video game crack. If you've never played a WarioWare game, find one, play it. You'll see what I'm saying. It's a collection of what they call micro games, and those micro games are addicting AF. I am not even joking, and I don't like to use that AF term very much, but it's appropriate here. So yeah, WarioWare Gold, August 3rd. Holy crap, I need a 3DS. Next up, we're talking about a couple of RPGs featuring the Mario Brothers. First up is Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, which is a combination of games. It is not only an action RPG on the top screen where you're Bowser, but on the touch screen you are Mario and Luigi inside of Bowser, like literally crawling through Bowser's guts. So I'm really interested to see how the dynamics of this are going to play out, if you're going to somehow be expected to be able to do both at once, if the controls for Mario and Luigi are only going to be on the touchscreen, and then that would put Bowser's controls only the D-pad and the buttons. I don't know. We're gonna find out. It looks like a very interesting spin on RPG gaming and platform gaming, because it's a combination of the two that I don't know how it's gonna work. But it looks like they directly interact. So like at one point in the video, Bowser takes a giant drink of water, and then the Mario Brothers in his guts, the guts fill with water, so it's a water level. So very interesting, really, really unique take on the genres. The next of the two though is Bowser Jr.'s Journey, which is it looks like it's kind of a take on Paper Mario, or not Paper Mario, but Super Mario RPG from the Super Nintendo. They can't call it that for legal reasons and blah, 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 blah. That's why Paper Mario exists, but it looks very similar in style to that one versus the Paper Mario stuff. So that looks like it's going to be worth it just for that reason alone. And then on top of it, it's a traditional RPG, which I don't generally do, but Super Mario RPG convinced me that they know how to do it right over at Nintendo. So definitely going to check that one out. Next up is Luigi's Mansion, is getting ported over, remade, I guess is more appropriate, to the 3DS, because they're adding dual screen functionality. They're adding a new mode called Boss Rush, in which it looks like you just fight all of the level bosses. I don't know if it's for time trials or if they up the difficulty for it or what the situation is, but we'll find out when it launches, and that is going to be sometime this year. No specific date, they just said sometime 2018, so there you go. Next up is another Kirby game. We're getting Kirby Star Allies, which will be out March 16th for the Switch. And it's been a while since we've got a Kirby game on a console and not a handheld. So super stoked for that, because Kirby is second only, I feel like, to Mario as far as platformer games go. So super excited about that. The thing that's super noteworthy about this is that there's going to be expansions for this game. Like you do with modern gaming, you create 90% of a game and then charge people for the extra 10% so you can make more money, right? And that way you can rush your development and then update as, you know, people find bugs for you, because apparently we all beta test now. But usually that extra bit that you have that they release after the fact, you have to pay more for. Nintendo, for Kirby at least, is giving you the expansions for free. That's right, absolutely free. The first expansion will be March 28th. The game comes out the week before that. So the 21st, approximately 22nd actually was, I believe, the date. You can see it in the video when you watch, because you're gonna go watch. So yeah, that's really cool. I feel like that needs to happen more often, where we get games with expansions that are free, because I hate paying an extra $30 for a game that's already $60. It's a little silly. Next on the list for the Switch is Okami. The Capcom Classic is getting ported over HD style this summer. So again, not a specific release date, just this summer. This is one of the most beautiful games you've ever seen. And no, Marty, there is not a PC version of it, so you're gonna have to get a console to play this, because this is some console gaming at its best, I feel like, just for the art direction specifically. So yeah, super excited. Next on the list is Mario Tennis Aces, which comes out June 22nd. Mario Tennis games have always been great. It looks like they're adding some more modes to this one, so yes please. Next up, we're talking about Crash Bandicoot is getting ported over to the Switch. The Insane Trilogy, so the original 3 PlayStation 1 games, and I feel like actually the third game was a PlayStation 2 game, but they're all getting the HD treatment, which they already have for the PS4, and they're getting ported onto the Switch, which means you can take them with you now, because the Switch is technically portable. The next bit, this is, again, I feel like horror stuff doesn't get quite the love it should, or doesn't get a whole lot of love, I guess. It doesn't always necessarily deserve the love. That's why it doesn't get it. But video game horror, I feel like, is a little more successful than movie horror, definitely even in modern horror. But this game is a very interesting take on video game horror. It's put out by Bandai Namco, and it's kind of like the softer side of the horror genre. It looks like it's developed for kids, so it's like a Nintendo. Nintendo traditionally is a family-oriented console, right? So this is specifically, I don't know, it looks really amazing. Just the visuals of this game look worth it, just so you can, the playthrough is worth it just so you can see all the stuff. But it looks like it's going to be solid platforming elements as well. Didn't look to be a whole lot of jump scares, just really generally creepy elements. And then all of the enemy types are horror-ish. So very, very interesting. This is going to be, when I finally get my hands on a freaking Switch, this is going to be definitely one of the games that I pick up, along with like Mario Kart and Mario Tennis and Zelda and yeah, other games we're going to get to here in a second. Next is South Park Fractured But Whole is also getting ported. The only reason I'm bringing this up is because we talked about the expansion stuff for Kirby All-Stars, or Kirby Star Allies rather. This one is going more traditional with its downloadable content. You have to pay for each one, or you can pay for a season pass and get all of the DLC. The game is coming out on the Switch on the 24th. I feel like we talked about this before, and that was really close to the leaked release date. So not a super surprise, but still pretty cool. We didn't know when we talked about it before, though, that there was going to be DLC for it. No, I guess we did know, but we didn't know how it was going to be handled for the Switch, right? Because it exists already on the other 2 platforms. So April 24th is the day we can start playing Fractured But Whole. 2 of the expansions will be available day of, so you can download them that day, and then the other one will be like 2 or 3 weeks behind that. Next, we have a definitive release date for Hyrule Warriors, the Zelda game that's kind of a hack and slash. It's officially subtitled the Definitive Edition, and the release date is May 18th. So we were kind of far off on that one, if I remember correctly. And then the biggest announcement that was on the end of the Nintendo Direct video was Smash Brothers is happening this year. Don't know when, just sometime 2018. We are getting Smash Brothers for the Switch, and oh man, I finally played the Wii U version of Smash Brothers just the other day, and yeah, the Switch is gonna kill it. It's gonna be so epic. Oh my gosh. But yeah, that is your gaming episode. We only talked about Nintendo, so I know I had to miss some stuff, guys. Let me know what it is down in those comments. Or let me know what we should talk about next week as well down in those comments. If you want to go deeper in the conversation, there is the website, generallynerdy.net. You can do that. You can find all the freebies, social media links, store links. Everything is up on the website. Check it out, generallynerdy.net. There's also the Patreon, patreon.com/generallynerdies, where you can go support the channel directly. $1 is all you need to do to jump on there. $1 a month gets you early access to all the videos and a couple other perks. There are higher tiers in which you get a lot more stuff. So check out the Patreon, patreon.com/generallynerdy. If you are falling behind on your nerd news and you want to catch up, click or tap that box to the left of my face to do that. But before you go, always remember, if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.